I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this is gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss a woman's ass. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Yeah. The voice of reason has returned to DashRadio. I keep trying to tell y'all the easiest way to get to Hot Button is through Dash. Now, this is how you do it. DashRadio.com. That is the domain name server, the DNS. Get over there and then search Hot Button Radio. Once you get to Hot Button Radio, at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you're listening to The Voice of Reason live in studio. Hey, I'm joined here today by my good friend and studio wife,
Oh my God.
whom I cheat on often.
We're not even together.
We're separated right now.
We're in an open relationship.
Ashley Banks joins The Voice of Reason on a Friday night.
Yes, every Friday.
Yeah, somebody just texted me trying to find the show on Dash, but I don't see it.
You just explained it.
Let me explain it again.
Okay.
As if they could hear through a text. Go to DashRadio.com. Now watch me do it. I'm about to do it right now.
I'm going to snap you while you
Let me see how crazy this looks, right? If it looks stupid, then I'll say, okay, they was right. But if I do this correctly, look, I already got it saved, but I don't want to go to the save version. I'm just going to say Dash Radio. Oh, it's right there. It's right there. Dash Radio. Let me turn it down before it starts bumping. Okay. Scroll to the bottom. Hot Button. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. Did I just do that?
You said it was so simple.
Dash Radio. Scroll to the bottom. Hot Button. DashRadio.com. Scroll to the bottom. Hot Button. Let me click on Hot Button and see what happens.
And they in there.
Let me see.
Beautiful.
Well, looks like it's working. And we're good. Listen, let me tell you something about Zoe Williams.
What?
Cutting edge content. Can't find it nowhere else, even though people be trying to bite me. Be waking up some mornings feeling like a sandwich. I got bite marks on me.
What?
But let me just say, you can't get this content anywhere else. We did The Voice of Reason Friday. If you don't know, we're on 3 times a week. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay? We did a show that talked about the secret relationship between stepsisters, interracial stepsisters, white women and black women. It was a tough conversation because we were talking about, Trump and, oh my God, we're gonna march and we're gonna protest against his pussy grabbing ass. And I thought it was important that we talked about the white woman's role in slavery, in racism, in the maintenance of it. And my thought process is, don't ask your stepsister, the black woman, to come join you only when it serves your agenda.
True.
You need to come back, sisters, your stepsister, the African-American female. You need to back her when Sandra Bland gets killed in prison. you need to back her when that little 16-year-old girl got sat on by a white police officer. So, what comes out today in the news with our predictive conversation? Hey, the white lady that accused Emmett Till of accosting her, sexually aggressive towards her, all that shit, comes out and says she lied. And that little boy got lynched for it. So the whole purpose of doing Wednesday's show was to show that white women sometimes still side with white supremacy. Ugh.
Sure do.
Now that leads us to today's topic. Jesus Christ. We have difficult topics. We have tough topics. We have to. It's the only way we're going to grow. That's the only way we're going to evolve. That's the only way we're going to matriculate through life. SAT word alert. I can't. Well, maybe matriculate isn't an SAT word. Is it?
I went to art school. I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. She was coloring. All right, cool. Coloring instead of typing. That's fine. Okay. Hey! The Voice of Reason will be covering this topic today. Bridging the gap. Who do I run to in times of peril? How can black men and women run to or who can black men and women run to, if not each other, during times of strife, of trouble? Building the bridge over the chasm that separates black men and women in these most trying times. This is going to be a tough conversation because black women have an issue with black men and black men have issues with black women.
True.
What can we do to reconcile our differences, especially now? I mean, we don't make our own food, right?
No.
We don't really have 40 acres and a mule.
And I don't think we're getting it.
No. Gosh. So in a fucked up kind of way, we're dependents. We're wards of the state. So how do we come together? How do we work it out with each other so we can then begin to recycle resources? You know what I'm saying? Heal our relationships. There's a lot of hurt between black men and women.
It's a lot of layers.
It's layers. Because black men and women don't grow their own food nationally, are both genders simply wards of the state? That is an ugly question. How you gonna tell me to get my shit together and neither of us own anything?
Right. What kind of fight is that?
What part is that? Oh, man, if civil unrest broke out, would black men and women look to each other for safety and resources?
I don't know about that.
God damn.
I would hope so, but I don't know about that.
What you doing here, bitch?
Oh, my God.
Take your puss ass on out of here.
You know why I'm here.
What happened?
Wow.
Listen, Veronica Conway is about to join us.
VC.
We got a special guest calling in at 6 p.m. Whitney Tabor will join us as well. So in the meantime, I'm going to ask Ashley, what is it costing black men and women to not get together and reconcile our differences? What is it costing us to not get on the same page?
I feel like we're just plateauing in the same type of history where they just kind of want us locked in this imprisonment with the doors wide open because we live in this world of information and we're not trying to be smart. We're not trying to read. We're not trying to educate ourselves. Some of us are, but not the masses. And so I feel like, how are we going to grow? How are we ever going to have our own banks and businesses? And, you know, I feel like America tries to not make the black man and the black woman unite. So if I keep them apart, then we win. No, we need to be together. Like, it's so many layers. Where do we start?
It's getting ugly.
Yeah, it is.
Where do we start? Should we get rid of monogamy in marriage? Or is marriage and monogamy a key element to us really locking into each other? That's a serious question.
It's a real question.
Because a lot of people would be like, nigga, multiple women, one dude, and then we all work as a team and our shit is handled. But then you got other people's like, nigga, if you don't get that back to Africa shit.
I've actually had African men ask me, will I be their second and third wife before? Like, because it shows their wealth. And
your ego? No.
No. I shut that down.
Like your ego is like, what?
That would never happen. But
Get your pussy ass out of here.
I was so disrespected. But in their culture, that is, showing his wealth and his respect. And I was like, I'm good. Man. This is America.
Listen, civil unrest is real. Do you know how scarce water is in America?
Mm-hmm. Flint don't even got clean water.
Shit, if we didn't have a couple of weeks of rain here in California.
Dry city.
We were in the throes of a multi-year drought. Where they're coming to us saying, hey, nigga, did you shower today? You shouldn't have.
I'm going to write you a ticket. That's what they was doing. Like, if your grass was green, you was getting tickets.
You remember Tom Selleck? No. Tom Selleck got in trouble because he was stealing the water from his community. There was a water truck that came. He paying them, stealing the water for his estate.
Grimy.
So all I'm saying is, if you look at it that way, black people is just standing in line waiting for somebody to go, okay, here's your allotment of water. Here's your allotment of food.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a prison.
Exactly. But to make it deeper, I think back in the day, like, to get all of those benefits, you had to not have a black man in the home. You had to be female by yourself with a bunch of kids to get up in the front and get all that first.
Claudine.
Oh, yeah, that movie, yep.
Look at her. She's 7 years old. That movie.
I'm really 30, but it's cool. Oh, now how old now?
But you young.
Okay.
I'm only 30. I'm 10 3 times.
Whatever, though.
That's what it is. I've been 10 3 times. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we trying to play me.
I mean, but you're a wise 30. I'm going to give you yours.
Okay, thank you. I am a wise 30.
That was fucked up, wasn't it?
Yeah, like, damn. You know how many years I've been on Earth?
What? You told me.
I said I can't help how many years I've been on the Earth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. You're just young. It's fine.
That's cool.
It's fine.
I'm living the dream, okay?
I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream, by the way. But it's important for us to ask these questions like, what are the top 5 issues that plague black men and women with regards to what keeps us apart? Is it finances? Is it education? Is it upbringing?
It's all of those things. But what stems it is, I think they don't want to unify the black man and the black woman. So, like how a black woman can get a loan before a black man, or a better job before a black man. If I'm over here resenting the black man and hating the black man, I'm not going to help him. And the white woman's going to be over here, hey, come march in my march. Forget your man. Let's be equal with my man. But my fight isn't to be equal with the white man. It's to help and raise my black man so we can unify. But,
You about to be mad at me, right? We got VC? Excellent. You about to be mad at me.
What you about to say?
There's a study out there that's simply saying that black women are the most educated of any gender. You guys graduate more than anybody. You guys enroll more than anybody. But a good friend of mine, Dr. Umar Johnson, said education is really indoctrination. So if that's true, I say this with love, sisters. I love y'all. Especially that little upside down triangle in between your legs.
It's so extra.
That little space. You know about it too. You know exactly what you're like. I got one, but that's extra. I'm just saying, I love sisters. I love everything about you. But would you then say that the African American woman is the most indoctrinated gender in America. The most enmeshed in American culture.
So I'm going to answer this in a two-way part. I know you don't like for me to always talk about it from my perspective.
I love it.
But I agree with Dr. Umar. Like, it is being indoctrinated. It is like I feel like college is like a cult. I went to art school, so I don't know anything about sororities and fraternities. I don't know about having to listen to someone to get a job. Like, I don't know any of that. I've just hustled. But I do feel like it's almost like education is like a cult.
Education is a cult, is what she said.
It's a business.
That was ugly.
No, it is. It's an ugly statement. And do I resent going to college? No, I loved all the things that I learned and the experiences. But I spent $100,000, and I'm not using my education.
Wow.
I'm not. I have a tech company. I went to school to be a photographer. I shoot pictures for fun because I like to.
What's very interesting is on my So What show, one of my co-hosts, Jeff Brown, says, how would you, woman, sister, how would you evaluate a good man if there were no dollar? Ugh.
By the character of a champion. Is he a character of a champion? It don't gotta be about a dollar. Because if you have the character of a champion, you can make dollars. All day.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to participate in today's conversation, the number to dial is 323-230-4610. That's 323-230-4610. We want to know if civil unrest broke out, would black men and women look out for each other? Or would they run to FEMA or... Nigga, you ain't got no supplies. Fuck you. What? You don't even know how to fix this door. Okay, Jesus.
I mean, he got to know how to do that stuff. I'm going to need help. I'm going to need a team. It's like Survivor. You want to pick someone that has life skills. You don't want to pick just a dude that don't know how to fish and start a fire.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, joining the show, none other than the unicorn, the last one. I think her last appearance. What was that movie with the devil with the big ass horn with Tom Cruise? What was that shit called? What was the name of that movie?
I don't know if I saw that.
What was it? Odyssey. That's what it was. Tom Cruise was in it. He had a bunch of glitter on him, and there was a fucking
glitter.
There was a fucking unicorn running around. That was the last time niggas saw Veronica on film. There's a lot of people. A lot of people be like, where the hell is Veronica? She was in a movie, nigga. She as herself. A unicorn. All right. Veronica, if civil unrest broke out, would black men and women look to each other for safety and resources? Yikes.
I think we would be forced to. I think that we're at a state where we have an impending state of emergency right now. And we are in such an impending state of emergency that even the white folks and the Jewish folks are saying, damn, we're in a state of emergency right now, globally. Like, everybody's saying it, right? So I think we would have to really get clear about what that means and make a different decision.
So do me a favor.
I think... Yep.
Do me a favor. Tell me about this state of emergency. What in the fuck is going on that we are obviously oblivious to, Veronica?
Well, I would say that the election of Trump is ushering in an era where, you know, if you study what white supremacists and Republicans have been doing all this time, they have been actively with the churches and with the fundamentalist Christians. And the reason that Mike Pence is vice president right now is because all the fundies have been trying to get, they call it a Christo-fascist in the White House. And so we have a Christo-fascist in the White House now. And that they've been supported by all these folks that are really it's a reproduction game. So white folks know they're outnumbered on the planet. They know it globally. They're moving very powerfully against brown and black people on the planet. They're trying to. It's a power grab. It's a coup right now. So Donald Trump's election was a coup. if y'all think if y'all think Obama didn't do nothing for black folks, gird your loins, boys and girls, because it's about to be on and popping under Donald Trump. If y'all think y'all had it bad then, it's about to get 100 times worse. And the maneuver is happening globally. So even today, the Prime Minister of the UK did a press conference with Donald Trump. It's really coming out in solidarity for white supremacy globally, if you really pay attention to what you're watching. So the elephant's nose is way more than in the tent. And politically, globally, we're going to be under assault in ways that we, in our age bracket, don't really remember what this shit was like.
Wow. So it's about to go down in the town is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's about to go down in the town.
But listen, what is the problem between black men and women? Why is it that, the shit is kind of hurtful when you look at just the enmity between us right now.
Yeah.
You get sisters come out banging, talking about, got websites and shit, let's date white people and I'm not saying you can't. Let me just say.
Wait, that's a website?
Let me come back. Okay. Let me come back.
Oh my God.
First and foremost, interracial relationships, they are what they are. If love is involved, I can't fuck with who you love. Mm-hmm. Like if it's some real love shit, then I ain't got no business saying nothing about nothing. That's what happened. Love struck you two motherfuckers and y'all together. Great. But if you dating a motherfucker out of a fantasy, like, oh, I desire a fat African booty on this pink tallywhacker. Or...
You're so visual.
I have to. Or, oh, I'm going to have this pretty green-eyed, light-skinned baby if I fuck with...
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? Like, if it's born out of self-hate or some sexual fetish, then that's some bullshit.
That ain't love.
That's not... You understand what I'm saying? But... when I'm pointing this out right now, like, what is our biggest issue that's holding us back from cooperating with one another, from valuing one another? What belief system do we have in place that really keeps us separate, that keeps us at odds with each other? Ashley, then Veronica.
From you explaining it, I kind of feel like it's like self-hatred, like you were saying, and not loving yourself properly, and then just miscommunication and all these layers of hurt over the years. Ugh. And it's like a ball of mess. I really don't even know how to talk about it because it's so many things that when I do talk about it, people get offended. But I'm like, wait, but if we're going to address things, we need to address them separately, not smush them all together.
Are sisters still mad we didn't kick Massa's ass for raping her?
Yeah.
I mean, fuck it. If we're going to have a conversation, let's bridge the gap. Veronica?
I think that the problem is, I think we are still mad that you didn't kick Massa's ass for raping us. But we could get over that. But the thing is for us to get over it, black men would have to show up completely resourceful today. And that does not just mean money. It means being resourceful. It means doing whatever it takes to be in survival and thrival or whatever in this day and time. So if that means the revolution's about to go down, then black men have to stand up and be providers and protectors in that context. Like being resourceful means you look out and you get off stuck about your own issues and you look at what's required for whatever the situation demands, that level of resourcefulness. So I think it's a lack of resourcefulness, and I think it's a lack of respect for the polarities. In other words, black men are not respected for the polarity of what they bring to the table, and I'm going to dare say they're not respected as resourceful. Like this is in the world. Black men are not respected as resourceful in the world, and black women are not respected as being in their feminine polarity, and all that requires. Ugh. So when you don't have respect for the polarity, then how do we come into that polarity, and how do we come in right relationship? This is an energy world. So if we're in wrong polarity and the woman is carrying the masculine and the man is carrying the passive quasi-feminine, then we have no way to create anything, let alone community, let alone family, let alone institutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting heated up in this motherfucker right now. The voice of reason is in the building. Today's topic, bridging the gap over a seemingly bottomless chasm that separates black men from black women. You saw the backlash. Serena comes out and says she's marrying some white dude. And all shit hits the fan. But every black dude I know, I have yet to see a bunch of black men go, goddamn, Serena fine.
Yeah, that's not going down.
I've heard more brothers say Serena is built like Bo Jackson. Right?
But I think she's beautiful, though.
I think she's beautiful too. I think her sister's beautiful.
But a lot of men are saying what you're saying.
But you see that double standard come out when she get with a white man, then it's like, are you leaving the brothers?
Yeah, now they care. Now I want you back, baby.
There is a rift in the valley. We need to come back together. How do we do it? I need tips. I need ideas. If you follow me on Twitter, hit me with an idea. Hit me with a tip. If you want to call us, the number to dial is 323-230-44. 323-230-4610. Say the number. Am I getting it right?
It's right there.
I'm asking you to say it. They don't know it's right. It's right there.
Well,
yeah. God damn it.
Okay, 323-236-4610.
Okay. She needs glasses.
Yeah,
the number to dial is 323-230-4610.
Oh, someone needs to write that better, okay?
That is perfect.
I got the angle. I got glare.
She's got side vision. It's fine. You gotta get her some sideways glasses. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is in the building. It's been a war between brothers and sisters. We're gonna try to figure it out. We got a special guest DJ in the building.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who runs all of HotButton-Radio. Man, listen, if you guys are listening right now, y'all better get to DashRadio.com so you can hear this special Mecca mix by my good friend, J Love, DJ J Love on the ones and twos. Ladies and gentlemen, J Love with the Monster Mega Mix.
Killed that.
Come on, man. Jeez, where my instrumental at, bro? Let's get that cracking.
Hey.
Man, J Love. Is that how it goes down in the town? Yikes. We got to get him in here DJing more often. So I love my homeboy Broadway, but it appears that we've been bullshitting this whole time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning into the voice of reason, today's topic, bridging the gap. Who can I run to? I can't sing.
Nope.
But the Jones Girls can. Go get the original. Don't get the Escape version, even though Escape killed it. The original is the Jones Girls. Who can I run to? Who in the hell can black men and women run to if shit hit the fan in America?
We need each other. I don't know.
How do we bridge the gap? Oh my God. Why is there so much angst and animosity? One of our longtime listeners, A Lot of Body, says jealousy, crabs in a barrel mentality, betrayal, communication, finances. She hit us upside the head with a lot of issues that are plaguing not just black relationships. Those issues plague all relationships. But here's the angle that I always come from. Because of ageism, racism, sexism, and classism, black people tend to extrapolate power by shitting on each other. You can't really shit on a white man. You shitting on generational wealth, my nigga? My dad owns a studio.
It could just be like New Square.
My dad owns the corner store.
Yeah.
My dad owns Ralph's. My grandfather owns Gelson's, my nigga. You shopping at Kroger? We own that.
Right.
You can't really shit on a white man. You be like, you know what? I'm a total fucking failure, and I'm doing better than you, nigga. So guess what happens?
Well,
black people tend to extrapolate power from those that are closer to their equal. Watch this. Watch this. Remember that show we did? The Weak Women Wars? Mm-hmm. And we talked about the dead even rule? Well, if white people have a head start, 500-year head start in terms of economics, you can't really stunt on a white man, right?
Nope.
But you can stunt on your brother.
Yeah.
Look at your bum ass. You ain't doing shit. So you know what happens? Women, sisters, don't see their counterpart men as equals, which opens the door for disrespect. Veronica, speak to it.
Yes. Well, again, it comes down to polarity, because if a man is actually a man, I have dealt with some of the most powerful men on earth that didn't fund me. They didn't, I mean, I've had money alphas that would park money in my bank account, but I've also had sexual alphas that activate me in ways that
slow
are
down,
powerful.
slow
And it
down.
had nothing.
Hold on.
Okay.
When you start talking about sex, you have to speak very sultry and slowly.
Okay.
Say it again.
Alrighty.
Sexual
I've had
alphas.
sexual alphas that have activated me sexually, and it didn't require, it wasn't about that. We were just about raising consciousness through sexuality. And so all I'm saying is that a man has to be alpha to her. She has to have something to surrender to.
Say more. What does that mean?
She has to have something to surrender to. So what happens a lot for men, and I'm not banging on men, I'm just saying this is how it functions. If a man hasn't reconciled his mama issues, meaning he's either grown up enough to not need her approval, or he's not harboring anger towards her. Because if a man is still angry at his mama, then he's going to end up, or if he needs her approval, then he's going to end up in a little boy's posture with any woman that he encounters. If he hasn't resolved those things internally. He's either going to be mad at women, or he's going to need their approval and be what you'd call a simp. So for him to be carrying any degree of masculine firepower, he's got to resolve that. Because a man interacts with the world the way that he interacts with women. But if that is
Wait. Slow down. Say that shit again. God damn. Say that last piece.
A man interacts with the world. It's a template for how he interacts with a woman.
Damn.
So if he's showing up as a little boy with a woman, then he's showing up as a little boy in relationship to the world and how he interacts with it.
Damn.
And so if he's in that posture, she has nothing to surrender to. He doesn't need money. He just has to be carrying enough masculinity that she can relax and surrender to his polarity. But if he is unresolved, then she can't do that. And she ends up acting like his mama because he still needs one.
Oof. Yikes. But now, does the reverse apply to women?
Absolutely. If she hasn't reconciled her daddy issues, meaning that she doesn't need her daddy's approval, she doesn't need her daddy's, I'm going to say almost desire. In other words, part of what is what women fail to reconcile on their way to adulthood is the hole that often happens in women when they haven't fully reconciled their need for daddy.
Yikes.
The need to be desired, the need to have attention, the need to have approval.
Say more. Go deeper.
Or the need for control. Right? Because there's two sides of it. Either she's begging for approval or she's trying to exercise control.
Ashley?
Either way is faulty, and she can't be healthy and whole in a relationship with a man if she's coming from either of those postures.
Hold it a Boca shot. Thank you. Ashley?
I was just so wrapped up in everything.
You can't be.
But she was so on point about the men and the women and the daddy approval.
Don't look her in her eyes.
I know.
She's a fucking unicorn. You never stare at them.
I just agree with everything that she said. Like I was like, yes. I was in church. I was in BC church.
No.
What do you mean, no?
You gotta be like an asshole believer. Like, prove it. Show me that shit.
But I've been
Walk on water.
Whatever.
You can't just be like, oh, that's it.
Hey. Love you with the sparkles and shit.
Share your sparkles. Let me just say, though, there's a couple of issues that we got to fix. Let's just put it out there on the motherfucking table. Okay. Marriage and monogamy. Where do women get, sisters, where do you get your fantasy? Where do you get that he's all mine? Because Veronica got some shit about growing up around that monogamy shit.
Yeah.
Gosh, where does it come from? Where did you get the belief system from? Have you ever challenged it? Have you ever been face to face with your own nature? Or have you been trying to fit yourself in the square peg of what society says is right for you in terms of intimacy? Because I know there's a lot of closed off wombs because you guys are afraid that you're going to be ridiculed by your man, right? There's a lot of freak flags that have been buried in the backyard. Veronica.
Right.
How is sexuality contributing? Our sex lives, how does that contribute to the rift between black men and women? And this time, you disagree.
It's okay, baby. It's okay, Mama. It's okay. No, just ignore him right now because he's on one. All right. So if sexuality is the most potent force in the universe because it gets everything, at least on the planet, it gets everything born to the planet. It's not just meant for procreation and recreation. It's actually a creative, constructive force. The problem with men and women, especially black men and women, is we are very powerful sexually. That's why they've been trying to keep us suppressed for so long. That's why they exploited us so powerfully. That's why white women want black dick. Because they understand.
Hey. Put it out there then.
Facts.
All right. and so
my dick is on Craigslist.
We're the most powerful people sexually, but we misuse our sexuality in the way that the European does. Because of all of the programming around guilt, around shame, around all of that. So what happens is if you look at what's happening right now, black women
hold on, Veronica.
Men,
Veronica, hold on a second. Just
okay.
hold on a second. Yeah, turn the beat down a little bit.
Oh my God.
I got to reprimand Ashley here.
I'm gonna tell you why she right though.
Damn it.
What?
Just for the sake of argument, disagree one time, please.
She gotta say something wrong then. Okay? Tell Veronica to say something wrong.
Just be like, well, wait a minute. You mean cause just anything in opposition.
Okay.
She's over here under her breath like, hallelujah.
Yes.
Amen.
My hands are in the air.
I can hear tambourines and shit.
You know why, though? Because the truth resonates. And all I'm doing is bringing back the truth that we've forgotten. This knowing is in our DNA. And so the only reason that when I communicate it resonates is because I've lived it and experienced it and been activated inside of it. So the truth precedes me. It's not even my truth. It's just what pours through me from what I've been willing to go through to get to the truth. That's why it resonates.
I like it.
Okay?
I love it. You're not going to get an argument. Well, yeah, you will. I will argue.
All right.
And I think it's important that we push the envelope here.
All right.
Just tell me 2 things that sisters can do to make their relationships with brothers better. You give me 2 things that sisters can do. And I'm going to Ashley. No, let me go to Ashley first before she agrees with you.
Okay, that's a good idea.
God damn it.
2 things sisters can do is, I always say that we need to communicate, but I realized the other day that what's more important than communication is respect. And sometimes you don't have to communicate. Sometimes you just need to just be like, I love you, so I respect you. So if, just even if you don't want to agree with the person, just somehow show respect in whatever way that you can. So I think Respect.
That's big, because now we got to dig into what that is, because that's subjective, but that's big. I'm glad you brought that up. Go deeper.
Okay. And then a second thing we can do is, I guess, listen. Because even you tell me to listen all the time, and I don't listen to you.
Don't listen.
Because I listen to, like, answer your question, but I need to, like, listen so I can learn.
In context.
I listen to VC, but you, I'm just like, I'm not
that's because you love me and you have an agenda.
Yes.
Hey, you got to divorce your studio wife so she can understand what she's missing. You know, motherfucker get comfortable when they got it and be like, whatever, I got that. See what it's like when it's gone. My stepmother always says, you'll be looking for me in the wind with a candle.
Oh my God.
You'll be looking for me with a candle in the wind, my nigga. I'm out.
I'm about to use that.
So, I like what you said. I'll give you that. Woo! Miss Lips said, we women need to shut up and listen. She's not here, but I somehow feel her presence.
I miss
Veronica?
Yeah.
Veronica?
I think that one of the most important things that a woman can do across her entire life is activate her intuition. So when a woman activates her intuition, then she senses she senses what's going on with the man. She senses what's going on in the atmosphere. She senses whether she can surrender to him or not, really.
Yeah.
She senses she can create from an intuitive space. So the more she relaxes into intuition, the less she has to be in a masculinized fighter's posture.
No. I need you to break that down.
Listening.
I need you to break that down. Let's break it down. Relax into intuition. What does that mean for a woman? What is that capability? One's ability, a sister's ability to relax into intuition. Say more about that process.
So most women are running around because of all the programming that they've been experiencing out here, and because we're the receptive of the world, we are running around in a constant state of mental chatter. Right? We're
Ashley, do you agree?
Of fucking
you don't want me
chatter.
to, but yes, as a woman, as a young lady too, we're just like taking
I want
everything
Ashley
in.
to agree to that point right there. Now continue.
So any woman that's listening right now, or even any brother, it's like if you just took a deep breath and you were to relax and you were to find the part of you that knows the truth. There's a part of you in your body. It usually shows up somewhere in your body. It could be in your genitals. Your genitals might wake up when they hear the truth. It might be your belly. It might be your solar plexus. It might be your throat or your heart or your third eye. Like there's a place where the truth actually enters your body. And you know without knowing. You don't have to go through all of the machinations of thinking and doing the mental gyrations of processing mental thought. And so the more we can lean into that part of ourselves, like my intuition comes down right above my third eye. That I could just if I stop and listen, then the truth will land right in front of my forehead. And then I usually just blurt whatever that is. Because I've learned not to filter that, right? So the reason that I can spit fire sometimes is because I just am responding to what's downloading into me. So if a woman develops that capacity and stops relying on her mental faculties, her judgment, her criticism, her fear, like a lot of times if you talk to a woman, she's all wound up and grinding in her mental space, which is really mechanical. Whereas intuition is an allowing of source, an allowing of information into the nervous system. So women are not meant to grind mentally. We're not even really meant to think. We're meant to intuit.
Hold on, because this is about to get real deep, my nigga. Let me tell you something. There is no man on planet Earth that did not come out of a womb. Part of the poison around the way men think about women came from the misinterpretation of what was believed to be the truth biblically. These fucking scriptures If you do a little research,
Yep.
you will find out the reason why the serpent, the devil, spoke to
Absolutely.
Eve and not Adam.
Right.
See, if you go to Genesis chapter 3, it'll break it down. It'll break it down. In their punishments, one of her punishments was, now your ass will be subservient to him. Now, let me tell you something. God wouldn't have to say that shit if y'all didn't have different roles before that. Somebody was the leader. You automatically think it was man. You go to Genesis chapter 5, verse 2, you get your Strong's Concordance, you look up the word female, and you look up the word male. The word for male is zakar, Z-A-K-A-R. You know what it means? Rememberer. Just remember not to fuck with that tree. That's all you got to do, nigga. Just remember not to fuck with that tree. The word for female, because there are different words now. You have esh and eshah in Hebrew. But there's a particular word for female that's right there. Genesis 5:2. You know what that word?
What?
It's her real name, just like Zakar is his real name. Adam and Eve was both their names. Of the ground, Adama. That was both of their names. It says that in the Bible, Genesis. But Eve's name, Nekeba. Now, when you modernize the Hebrew and you add the vowels, Nekeba becomes Nekeva. Do you know what that shit means? See, first off, understand, the newer the translation of your Bible, the more corrupt the translation, because they're trying to fit it into a modern scope. If you get an old translation, that's where all the mistakes in the book is at. You want an old one so you can see the bullshit. And then you reference it through the language. Her name was Nekeba. So before they get to the real meaning of the word, they put all the bullshit in. Slit, sheath, gash, hole. You talking about her pussy, aren't you? But when you get to the final word in Strong's Concordance, you know what it says? Appoint. That means she was the appointed. She was the fucking leader. That's why the devil went to her. She ate first, and then she took the apple and gave it to here. Nigga, have some of this. Sure, baby. Thank you. Ain't this the shit we ain't? Nigga, shut up and eat it. All right. Did you forget your name was Rememberer? Ooh. Now see, if motherfuckers ain't studying the book from that perspective, you think that the woman is supposed to be weak. No, the woman is leadership. Get a good woman behind you who believes in your ass. And she pours spiritually into whatever your endeavor is.
Right.
And watch that shit flip around.
Right.
Now, the whole movement since the patriarchy came in place was to marginalize that power, control that power, and funnel it, right, into shit they want it to be in. This bitch is too powerful. We got the only thing that could get this bitch under control is amnesia. We got to control these motherfucking beliefs she got. And now we can limit her.
Right.
Ooh, so now we got to go back and redefine what the fuck femininity, which is actually creativity. We got to fucking figure out how to really label this shit now. I didn't mean to go on a tangent, but I
It was
felt
a good
it
one.
It's real.
Yeah.
I felt it was
real.
only necessary.
Because if we don't understand how we're going to get together at the root, in other words, if we don't restore ourselves to our natural equilibrium, we sure enough can't go shoulder to shoulder and deal with what we're faced with right now. We won't be able to do it.
You ain't lying. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Today's topic is crazy. We about to go to a quick break. J Love, I need another mega mix. Let's get it heated. We'll be back with our special guest. Hey, J Love is, that's a real ass DJ right there. Christ, he not regular. This motherfucking special. We got to keep him on the wheels of steel all the damn time. I love that old school 90s hip hop. Some people say that 90s hip hop was the golden age.
Sure was.
Some people say that.
Who's not saying that?
Shit, man.
They're relevant.
I'm saying it because y'all was like, you had like that, what's that little Gerber food, the little flaky shit?
Yeah, but listen, my parents raised me on good music. So
you had all that.
Listen, I remember being like 5 years old and asking my mom, hey, what's OPP mean? And she told me, like, shut up.
That's you.
Whatever.
Listen, if you never heard Big Daddy Kane, this is 80s. Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Rakim, LL, shit, Run, DMC, fuck.
Why are you acting like I don't know those
Public people? Enemy, woo, X-Clan, Poor Righteous Teachers, Tribe Called Quest. This is all 80s.
Houdini. Go ahead, keep going.
Now, name one Houdini record.
I don't know.
Exactly. Shut your ass up. Houdini. I know a name. Some bullshit.
He just wanted to just show how old he is. Whatever. Don't nobody care.
No, 90s hip hop was ridiculous. Yes. Tupac, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z.
And the R&B. What? The New Edition movie on. I'm from Boston.
So do me a favor. Does anybody have a towel, a blanket, and a pillow? Oh, there's a couch. You got to go out there and lay down.
Why, you want to take a nap?
No, you need to go take a nap.
Whatever.
R&B too, because... What?
Do you want to do this by yourself? I'm going to go take a nap then. What's wrong with you?
Shit is crazy right now. So listen, I'm going to give this real quick to my engineer, because somebody said she didn't know about PRT, Poor Righteous Teach. Exactly. Little brand new ass hip hopper. You little whippersnapper. No.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, listen, just look at your life in terms of, say it's a book, right? Here you go, bro. Look at your life in terms of a book. You were born in the later chapters of that mug.
I know, but I still know good music.
But in order to know how we got you to that chapter, you got to go back to the beginning of the book.
Mm-hmm.
Don't me.
My parents are like 20 years older than me. We like this. They are.
I love her. My parents is like 20 years older than me. Shoot.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to need you to know more than just Houdini's name next time we talk about them.
But I knew Rakim. I have a picture of Rakim. I've been to his concerts. Like, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, name a song.
The one...
I don't
know the names of the songs.
Wasn't a record. That's not a record.
But I've seen him perform, though. I just don't know the names of his songs. I'm not that old, okay? I've only been around. I've only been 10 3 times.
Exactly. You ain't got to be old. Christ alive. I love Ashley. She's so combative. Mm-hmm. Right? Aren't you?
It's all cool until somebody gets knocked out, okay?
Okay, Tyson.
Okay.
Everybody got a plan until they get hit.
Yeah.
So, let's come back to today's topic. You're listening to The Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. I spit something real heavy before I left. And I feel like I want to just make sure I give clarity. Right? I always tell people, don't just go into a religion thinking it's going to save you. You have to go into a religion with an objective mindset. Go into a religion inquisitive. I want to know what it teaches. I want to know its principles, its precepts, its concepts, its ideology, its origin. If you go in and you really want to investigate, thanks, bro. If you want to go in and investigate and understand what something is, do that. But don't go in thinking, oh my God, this is going to save me, because you're already at a disadvantage.
So many people do that, though.
Right. That's why I'm urging. Your critical thinking is off when you go in thinking this is the belief system lifesaver. No. You got to say, this belief has to prove itself to me. Now, let me tell you, that's the tricky part. Because the human mind, understand, we have something called confirmation bias. If a motherfucker has been traumatized, their central nervous system automatically gathers all the shit that looks like trauma. And now they become a prophet of their own demise because they're projecting an anticipation of being traumatized again.
That sounds horrible.
By trying to avoid trauma, they're looking for trauma, thus magnetizing it. Do you understand? Whatever the thinker thinks, the prover will prove. As a man thinketh, so is he. Right? Listen, science has already verified that we live in an observer-based universe. Right?
Yes.
Science has already verified that. So imagine, I always ask this question with regards to the law of attraction. I always say, brothers and sisters, if your top 5 beliefs about black men or black women is negative, then you are creating your own hell with that particular gender, with that particular brother or sister.
Yeah.
If all you got is negative shit to say about sisters, and if all you got is negative shit to say about brothers, that's going to be your predominant experience when interacting with them. Yeah. So you can't sit there and go, I believe in the law of attraction, and then never have ever queried the negative thoughts you have about one another. Like, it's just to be like, I believe in the law of attraction. Well, wait a minute. Did you think about the top 10 beliefs you have about brothers?
Right. You can't be talking about I hate, and then be like,
and then be like, I'm finna light a candle and have this little altar over here for my perfect man to come through. Not with them beliefs.
But so many people live like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, I believe my special guest has just joined me.
And I'm back.
And I saw you, Veronica. I know you here, baby girl.
Okay.
So, is my special guest on the line?
Yes, sir.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, a peer, a colleague, a strong black man, a brother who got answers. Man, let's get out of his damn way. The big homie, Dr. Umar Johnson is on the line. Umar!
Hello.
Hey!
Hello.
My brother, good to be back in Cali.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, San Diego is a bit away. I wish I could have got you up here, man, live in studio so we could really chop it up like grown men do, you know?
Oh, we'll do it. Definitely. I'll be coming back to L.A. You know, I was there on the 7th of this month and the event sold out, so I have to come back and do a follow-up.
Oh, come on, man. As soon as you touch down, all you got to do is holler at me. I'm there, bruh.
I got you. I
All right.
definitely got you.
So I don't know if you heard what we talking about. We talking about bridging the gap. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. President or ex-president of Russia, Mikhail Gorbachev, just stated in Time magazine that the world is preparing for war. And what I wanted to say was, who can you run to? Speaking on brothers and sisters, who you gonna run to if not each other during these trying times? So we need to figure out a way to build a bridge over this seeming chasm that separates black men and black women. How do we get each other on the same page? How do black men find a new respect for women? How do sisters find a new respect for black men? How do we, put aside our differences and find the road of forgiveness and acceptance and cooperation and collaboration? Brother, I know you just finished lacing those folks down in San Diego. Man, can you hit us with something on this?
Without question, when you look at black male-female relationships, 3 issues automatically come to the top of my mind. Number 1, dysfunctional role modeling from our birth parents. A lot of us fail to realize the impact that the relationship that mom and dad had with each other and how that impacts the way in which we view ourselves in reference to the opposite gender. So that's number 1. How were you trained to interact with the other gender by the way in which your parents modeled it before you? On top of that, you also have to look at unmet needs from childhood. Too many of us go into relationships looking for some sort of psychological consolation, not to help build and improve another person's life, but to simply use them as a form of escapism from our own problems. In other words, fatherless women. One of the biggest things that drive their dating behavior is the need to be validated by men. They're still looking for the father's validation. You see the same thing with motherless boys. A lot of men who are motherless boys, they will continue to search for an emotional validation and consolation from women who they need to maternalize as their mother. We have to look at the lack of trust that we had in our families of origin and how that sets us up to be untrusting of other people. So much of our personality was shaped from our family of origin, and I don't think we really realize that. And the last thing I would say is too many people are looking for love, but they're not willing to trust. You can't get love without trust, because trust is the key that opens up the opportunity for love to be shown. The problem is too many of us are dating, and we're expecting to be hurt by the other person. So how can you ever build a positive foundation where she's expecting him to do something wrong and he's expecting her to do something wrong? So ultimately, instead of having trusting relationships, what you end up with is unfulfilled emotional contracts.
Damn it, Bobby. Don't slap him in the mouth like that, Umar. They need to come up for breath. Just give them a little air. Oh. Veronica Conway, I know you want to chime in after the good brothers just laid that down. Speak on it.
Well, and this whole piece, so I'm such a advocate and fan of your work, Dr. Umar Johnson. So it's a pleasure to be on the line with you. Honored. Again, I think that this whole piece about, I think we don't understand. I want to kind of deepen on what he's saying about how we don't understand the imprinting and the impacts that come from our experiences in childhood, right? So when you look at how the patterns and the imprints that we get around money, around sexuality and relating, around love, around all of it, we take on, because when we're young, our unconscious mind can't actually filter what's right, wrong, good, or bad. We just take it all in like sponges. Mm-hmm. So if we see our parents interacting, and they say, we love each other, but what you sense is hate or disdain or anything like that, then you come to imprint the word love with this other thing called disdain. And so we grow up, and then we go out in the world, and we actually subconsciously filter for disdain because no one ever explained that it wasn't love. So
what's so crazy?
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy? Yeah. You're talking about modeling. We are modeling what our parents are. They're molding us, and we're modeling them. A lot of times people forget that spoken word isn't the only language that's being conveyed in that household. You can say one thing, but your behavior will override that, and then your intention behind that behavior will override that. And the children are recording all of it.
Everything. And they're mostly recording vibration, even more than they are words. They're recording the vibration. So what does it feel like? What's my felt sense of it? That's what we're actually registering beyond what the words are. It's just that if we are given the word to ascribe a meaning to a vibration, then we collapse that vibration with that word, and we go out into the world with a compass filtering for that word and that vibration, not understanding that they're two different things.
Wow.
And we have to be careful of how our core beliefs about the opposite sex sets up a context in which the very thing we fear ends up happening because our behavior demanded it. So, for example, if I don't trust women and I'm expecting her to be a gold digger, I'm expecting her to cheat on me, I'm expecting her to go outside of the relationship. Because I expect that, I never emotionally invest in her. Because I expect that, she never gives a sense that I truly trust her. Because I expect that, I never put the type of emotional time in with her that allows her to feel fulfilled and satisfied by my presence, which ultimately creates a need for her to seek masculine validation outside of my relationship, because my core beliefs shortchange my queen, and a woman who did not think about cheating ends up cheating, and I fail to realize I'm the one who created the demand for that behavior.
Wow. Do you guys understand? Listen, people think relationship is a sailboat away from their problems. Oh,
Yes, they
no. Relationship is going to carry you right back to the core of yourself. Whatever is unresolved, whatever hasn't been faced down, whatever relationship you get in is actually a classroom that has the curriculum of what you need to get over yourself. It's in it. Now, you can turn that into conflict. You can resist it. You can try to avoid it, but it's going to be there until you deal with it. And sometimes it takes us back, like Brother Umar said, it takes us back to our parents. Where did I get these limiting beliefs? Where did I get, these concepts that actually thwart what it is that I'm trying to achieve in my life? Sometimes you have to go back and say, damn, let me look at my mom a different way. But let me say this, even if you came from a challenging environment, if you have somehow found a way to overcome it, then the environment was beneficial. See, a lot of times people will go back once they figure out, oh, I learned this from my dad or I got this from my mom. They'll go back with some level of resentment, not understanding that was just the curriculum for that household, the spiritual curriculum for that household that needed to be resolved. So you don't go back to them with a negative attitude. You go back to them with a different perspective. And now you have a starting point, because it's best to know where you came from, because there's a lot of people who don't even know where to go back to. So if you could be able to point back and say, oh, I got this here. Now you can see it as a gift because it's a lift to the next stage. Like, oh, okay, now I can unravel this because I know what it is. You understand what I'm saying, VC and Umar and Ashley?
Without question.
Can I speak to that?
Yes, you can. And then Ashley and Brother Umar wrap it up for us.
Okay, so the thing is that people don't understand that a lot of times, because these things get formulated at the subconscious level between the ages of 0 and 4, or ages 0 and 7, and those imprints occur so early, we end up being a walking, living patterned response to those decisions that we made early in our childhood, but we don't know it because it's the water in which they swim. So I can't tell you how many people I've dealt with at 50 that are in the same repeating, escalating pattern. But the problem is that if they don't resolve the pattern around relationship, around money, or whatever, the patterns become more and more consequential as they get older because there's more at stake. You got kids, and you got money, and you got mortgages, and you got all this stuff, right? But if we don't go back and get some support around understanding it at the subconscious level, we can't fix it. We have to actually go back and pull it out at the root to get any real traction around it, because you have to solve the problem at a deeper level than how it was formulated.
Ashley and then Umar.
I was just listening to all this, and as a young woman that's impressionable, I do a lot of research, and I remember reading about psychology, and it was saying that we try to save our parents. We try to become the people that can save our parents from whatever they're hurt from watching them as we're growing up. So my question from listening to you guys is like, how do you, okay, I know what's wrong with me. I see what's wrong with my mom. How do I face that? How do I just say, okay, I'm hurt. I don't trust. How do I start to trust? How do I just jump off the cliff and start trusting? I would love to hear that from all of you.
Oh, let me just answer real quick, and then I'm going to just go to Umar. Okay. Go ahead. You go first, Umar.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 questions that people need to ask themselves before they begin to seriously search for a partner with whom they can build a relationship. Number 1, do you like yourself?
Oof.
Because if you are not content with yourself, no one else can be content with you. And too many people are dating looking for someone to approve of them when they don't approve of themselves. If you don't like you, why should I? And if you can't live with yourself, how can I? And then the third thing that needs to be asked, are you what you're looking for? When you write down your ideal mate on paper, are you what you're looking for? Because if you are not what you're looking for, how can you find it? And then the other thing we have to ask ourselves is, what is the purpose of marriage? Why did God Almighty, in every culture, every religion, every race, every nationality, and every time period in history, marriage was a requirement of manhood and a requirement of womanhood? Why did the Creator make marriage so important? Because the purpose of marriage is to force you to care about somebody other than yourself. And that is the biggest problem in relationships. We bring selfishness to a situation that requires compassion and commitment to somebody other than ourselves.
Interesting angle.
That's powerful.
VC,
That's
where
powerful.
you at on it?
No, that's really powerful. I would just say, again, it's oftentimes our selfishness. We don't know we're being selfish. A lot of times we are in, when I take people back, even hypnotically, right, I regress them into childhood. They're often frozen at a moment in their life at, let's say, age 5, age 7, age 10, a moment of trauma where they go into shock and their nervous system stops functioning and it stops evolving into adulthood, right? So we have these moments of shock where we actually shut down our growth. So when you talk about somebody being selfish, one of the challenges is that if I'm stuck in selfish because my ego and my subconscious has boundaries up to protect myself, I don't even know I'm being selfish. Like, I don't even know I'm being selfish. It's the water in which I swim.
Right.
So what I find is that when we go back and unravel this stuff and we unwound ourselves, then we naturally and effortlessly have the capacity to stand witness with another human being. We have because we have unfrozen ourselves from that state of shock, and more love flows in, more capacity flows in, more availability flows in. And we're often missing that because we haven't gone back and done the work.
Oh, and let me just say this. Brother Umar, Dr. Umar, Veronica Conway, Ashley Banks, man, y'all killing the game right now. Before I give my answer, Brother Umar, tell everybody where you at, what you doing down there in San Diego, how they can come support. Hey, listen, call to action. Y'all better get down there and support the good brother, Dr. Umar Johnson. He's in San Diego. Tell him what this event is about because it fits the topic so perfectly.
Without question, today was the first of a 2-day national invitation leadership training conference for the National Independent Black Parent Association. It is a new organization that we started in Baltimore this past May with our first training. Our second training was in Houston in September. Our third training is here in San Diego this weekend. We had a very, very powerful session today. Tomorrow is closed. Only those who showed up on day 1 can come on day 2. However, I'm inviting everyone to come out on Sunday, day 3, where I will be hosting my grand finale Black Community Power Lecture here at the World Beat Cultural Center in San Diego, 2100 Park Boulevard. 2100 Park Boulevard this Sunday, January the 29th. Doors open up at 2 o'clock. My lecture will be from 4 until 7, and my book signing will be from 7 until 9. Children are free. Elders are free. I'm going to talk about the miseducation of Black children, special education, psychiatric medication, learning disabilities, autism, parent right, children right. I'm going to talk about the Donald Trump movement. I'm going to talk about Pan-Africanism, my upcoming Black College and Consciousness tour for 11 to 17-year-old Black boys and girls. I'm going to talk about the new Unapologetically African full-color magazine that we have coming out. So it's an event for the entire family. Please come out. My first visit to San Diego in over 2 years. Los Angeles sold out earlier this month, and we're hoping that everyone comes on out Sunday and sell us out again down here in San Diego.
Awesome. Brother, where can they buy tickets? Is there an online situation to buy tickets? Where can they do that?
Yes, sir. They can go to drumarjohnson.com, DRUMAR Johnson.com and get tickets. They can also go to princeofpanafricanism.eventbrite.com. That's princeofpanafricanism.eventbrite.com. And they can also text my cell, and I will send them the flyer as well as the ticket link, and that's 215-989-9858. Again, 215-989-9858. But most importantly, they can show up as they are and get tickets at the door.
Wow, man. We want to support everything that the good brother is doing because obviously what his work is centered on is actually in congruence with what we're talking about today, how to bridge the gap. Sometimes I'm of the mindset where I'm like, okay, damn, the adults are lost. Fuck them. Let's go to the kids, right? Let's just go right to the kids, because that's how we just got to catch the kids at a certain age where they're impressionable, where we can help them with different ideas, different than the ones that they're getting at the crib. But parenting is so important for the raising of a nation, right? A different kind of nation, one that wants to cooperate, one that values the lives of brothers and sisters, one that isn't looking to place the blame. So I'm going to say my answer to, this rift between black men and women, both black men and women, before they can love one another, they got to break up with fear. So many of us are in a deeper, more committed relationship to fear than we are to what we think we're supposed to get when we find somebody special, which is love. So many people, fear makes so many decisions in our lives. Fear is the Wizard of Oz. It's the one behind the curtain pulling all the levers in our life because we're trying to protect either a wound. Oh, I love the way Veronica Conway said it a few years back, I think, maybe last year, when she said so many people are in relationship to get the needs of their wounds met. So fear is making sure that the wound is being taken care of. And as long as the wound is being maintained as a wound, you can't heal, you can't love, you can't grow, you can't appreciate. I'm urging brothers and sisters to understand that the state of things, like I said, we did this show Wednesday, Umar, where we talked about stepsisters and we talked about feminism and black women and white women as stepsisters, the secret interracial relationship between sisters and white women. And I wanted to point it out. You do know that white women voted 53% in favor of Donald Trump, yet we're out marching against his ass the next day with your help. And I wanted to say, if they have to choose, they will choose the system of white supremacy. They will choose that over their solidarity and sisterhood with you. But when they need your numbers, we sisters again. You understand what I'm saying, brother?
That's right.
And it was fucking amazing to me that not 2 days later, because a lot of sisters don't know the role white women played in maintaining racism, Jim Crow, white supremacy in America. A lot of sisters don't know their role. So I'm saying, sisters, before you align with them thinking this has something to do with you, please understand you need to find where the money is. You need to find who's funding that. You need to find who's backing it and what agenda is in place. And are you just for the numbers, right? So I'm going to say it again. Sisters, that man, when that article came out today that said the white lady lied about Emmett Till, man, sisters, if you go to another feminist meeting, you better go with a list of demands saying, look, if we're going to participate, you got to funnel these resources back to us. What do you think about, all of these divergent messages that are happening in the media right now and how black men and women seem to get caught up in it? What do you think about all of this, Doc?
Well, here's the thing we need to understand. Confusion is the enemy of progress. And so that's why it is extremely important to keep black people confused. As you said, 53% of white women voted for Trump, and 2 days later they're out there marching against Trump, which is not a contradiction because the vote was to maintain white supremacy. The march was to guarantee some degree of concessions from the power structure towards white women. But as you so eloquently said, the priority was white power. Gender was secondary.
Wow. Man, if we don't get together, that's why I say, man, there's a chasm between her and us. We need to get me, Umar, all the brothers in here, we need to be able to say, hey, sis, whatever I need to do to apologize, to acknowledge whatever failures I may have perpetuated against us. I'm sorry, but we got to get some work together. We got to get some work done. How can we do it, Umar? What's step one?
Well, number one, we got to find like minds. It's very important for us to understand not everyone is going along for the struggle. We would like it to be. We want the revolution to be a utopia, but it will not be. Some of us are so in love with white supremacy that we can't even think straight. So we have to find the brothers and sisters who are salvageable, bring them together, and organize this struggle. I think one of the reasons we continuously fall short, Zoe, is we're trying to save everyone instead of saving the right ones.
Wow. That's... Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you just tuned into the Relationship ER. I know you sick. I know you in trouble. We have a MASH unit of relationship experts here. We trying to heal this community. Brothers and sisters are in trouble, but I'm going to tell you this. Everybody else got each other. The Jews got each other. The Koreans got each other. The Japanese, the Chinese got each other. Who do black people have? Dr. Umar, one of the biggest things that I always point out, I say, there's strength in black men and women denigrating each other, downgrading each other, because that's the only place they can get strength from. You can't flex on a rich white man, an intergenerationally wealthy white man, but you can damn sure flex on a brother or on a sister and say your shit ain't together, but based off of whose rules? I look at black men and black women in this system. If we're not working together, what we actually are wards of the state, because we don't own no land. We're not producing any food. We're not taking care of each other. So we still standing in a line, even if we got a check in one hand and a degree in the other hand, we still standing in somebody's line waiting to be taken care of. You agree or disagree with that notion?
Totally agree. Totally agree. We do not produce and we do not control wealth in any significant measure. And the biggest problem with that, Zoe, is we are content with it. People always argue that slavery is over and we need to stop talking about it. How can we stop talking about it when the mindset of the African American is still antiquated to slavery? In other words, what other culture do you see in this country where the members of that community are totally comfortable having no power over their reality? If you go into a Chinese community and they don't control the church, they don't control the bank, they don't control the politicians, the community was shut down. If you go into a European Jewish community, Arab, East Indian, they control the institutions. We're the only non-white group in America who are at peace having no control. And part of that comes from the fact that the church reinforces a mindset that says black people should not be concerned about power, money, and wealth because those are the deeds of the devil, and rather we should only be concerned about saving our souls in heaven, which is ironic because what that means is you're so concerned about getting black people into heaven, but you don't have a problem with them living in hell.
God. Veronica, your follow-up, and then Ashley.
Well, I mean, it's so true, and what I call it, I love what Dr. Umar is saying, and it is not only the religion that's done a number on us, but I believe we should go back to our source religions, right? Because I think that our source religions have the things that we need, but also I think that apathy has been beaten and driven into us. In other words, coming into spiritual and personal power, coming into your own in terms of your ability to execute your will, right? To impose your will upon the earth, right? Is something that that's been lost to us and on us, right? And at some point, to deal with this thing, we have to get up and exercise our will. But apathy and passivity is really more of the tone of what exists in our... And I understand where it comes from. I understand how it's been beaten into us and legislated into us and imprisoned into us. I understand that. But we have to do the healing to cross over from that if we're going to Because this is all going to take will. And I think it's going to take will. I think it's going to take spiritual alignment. I think it's going to take alignment in the community. I think it's going to take common vision. Even if you just get a common vision for your household or your relationship, so that you can both be focused and pointed in the same direction. We got to even start there.
Wow. You know what's so big about this? And I'm going to throw it to Ashley. I always say, every relationship is going to be marred or mired by some level of conflict. Conflict is ubiquitous. Even little kids show conflict towards each other, all the way to elderly people. There's violence and conflict in human interaction. I'm not justifying it, but what I am saying, if it's part and parcel to relating, then we got to have more than a unidirectional experience for children growing up where there is discord. We have to be able to show them how to reconcile the discord. Do you know how valuable it is to have a struggle in the home, but then also produce a solution in front of kids? So they can see, oh shit, mom and dad fell out. This was bad. Whoa. But then to be able to see mom and dad go, you know what, it was my bad. I could have changed this if I would have been, more responsible. I shouldn't have responded that way. I apologize. This is my issue. I brought my issue to you. And then the sister say, you know what? Absolutely, brother. I'm responsible for this, that, and the third. And you do that in front of the kids. That is a full circle experience. All too often, we get a unidirectional experience. Mom and dad fell out, and now we're a broken family. And now we're gonna choose sides. And then it's gonna be that way until 20 years later when somebody died. Do you understand what I'm saying, brother? And Veronica and Ashley?
Definitely. I follow you. So
Ashley, your thought on that?
That last point when you were saying when the children can see the problem and then see the solution in the home. That's, my parents were broken, but I had my grandparents, so I saw love. So I got to see the juxtaposition of the two. But I'm thinking about, what if you grow up and you don't have that? You have no mom, no dad, no grandparents. Wow. Where do you go? Wow. And I just want to talk to the millennials right now and remind you, we live in this world of constant information. We can go on the websites. We can look at YouTube videos. There's Dr. Umar. We can listen to VC every week. We can listen to you. We can listen to anybody. We can listen Dr. Sabid. Let's not be confused. Let's not be distracted. Let's research if you don't know what you're doing. It's super important to educate yourself. And if you don't know where to start on the internet.
Wow. This is good shit. I love this conversation. We got to bridge the gap. Yeah, go ahead, babe.
I want to say one more thing about it to piggyback on what you're saying, though. If you think about any relationship, whether it's with children or with a romantic relationship or whatever it is, isn't it all about your ability to solve problems? Right? Everything is about can you solve problems or not. And so if you don't give your children a model for solving problems, then how do they grow up knowing how to do that? So whether it's a communication problem or coming to resolving conflict or a difference of opinion, but that's something that you have to model for children over and over and over again, because it's not always the easiest muscle to build. But like when you look at kids that know how to do it, they become ultimately resourceful because they know how to troubleshoot and solve problems.
So this is what I'm going to do to wrap this up. Veronica Conway, I need you to drop just two jewels that will help us bridge the gap. Let's do this. You got 45 seconds.
Gosh. So I think at this point,
you're on the spot.
Things that
Let's go.
will bridge the gap is I'm going to ask our men to get resourceful about the revolution right now. I'm calling on my brothers to get resourceful because of the times that we're in. And I'm going to ask my women to learn to surrender more to the divine masculine.
Wow. Hey, Umar, tell them where you're going to be tomorrow and then give us 2 jewels.
Yes, sir. World Beat Cultural Center on Sunday, day after tomorrow. World Beat Cultural Center, 2100 Park Boulevard, San Diego, California. Lecture from 4 to 7. Doors open up at 2. And then book signing from 7 to 9. You need to get a copy of Psychoacademic Holocaust, the special education and ADHD wars against black boys. Looking forward to seeing everyone on Sunday. 2 points. Number one, let's stop wasting time with each other if we're not going to be serious. Too often, the root of the dysfunction is in the fact that we are simply wasting time with other people's lives. No one's life is that invaluable to give us the right to play with it. No one is trivial, and no one's emotions should be spit in that way. Number two, understand your values and understand the values of the person you are intending to. Because a lot of times the relationship breaks down from the fact that we never took time out to investigate what the other person really wants in their own life.
Wow. Jesus. Ashley?
2 jewels I'm going to say is to the millennials is before we hop on bandwagons because we live in this information world, let's reevaluate and know who we are and decide what the problems are, because say there's a women's march, is that really your fight? You should really know what you need to fight for, who you need to respect and who you need to unify with. And my second jewel is we need to learn how to forgive ourselves and love ourselves and speak positively so that we can attract the things that we need in our lives.
Number one. Understand that love is the whole purpose of being in a relationship. Now, love is, now watch how this goes here. Love is educational. There's no way to love another person until you understand why it is important to love yourself, why you should love yourself, why you should value yourself. Now, you need to understand limiting beliefs break down happy homes. Limiting, rigid, inflexible beliefs. Sociologists will tell you the highest functioning relationships have flexible beliefs, right? The smarter the couple is, the more flexible the beliefs are, the more they can move in and out of useless beliefs. Oh, this doesn't work for us anymore. Let's discard that. Let's rewrite a new one. Let's write a new one. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's edit that belief. If you are inflexible in your beliefs, you're going to be inflexible in your relationships. And then number two, nobody owes you love. The only person that owes you love is you. And as long as you cherish and respect yourself, you cannot find yourself with the heart to not cherish and respect the person you're with. There's no way you can, and I'm not speaking from a narcissistic space. I'm speaking from a genuine, I understand what I am, who I am. When you get to that level of love, there's no way you can harm another person. Yes, it's a process. Sometimes you got to have a baby and see that baby and go, damn. Oh, I see her mama in a different light now. Fuck, she is the catalyst to why I should respect. Do you understand? It's a big thing, man. It's not an easy course. Let me thank everybody for chiming in and tuning in. We appreciate everybody for laying it down on us. I love everybody. Dr. Umar Johnson, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, man, to get in here with us. We appreciate you. Veronica Conway, thank you. Ashley, hey, this was a heater. We're going to leave right now with another mega mix. J Love, take us out.